Hi everyone, this is Amy from Amy's Planner and welcome back to my channel. I'm just here today to show you a quick update of what's going on in my Happy Planner Teacher's Planner. So I opened this a few weeks ago and did a little review on it and showed you how I was going to use it, and I thought I might give you a bit of an update on how that's going. So when I showed you last time, I kind of went through August and how I was planning on using it. So I thought today we would look at September and October so far, just to see how it's going and how I'm finding it. So yeah. So September was the end of term 3 here in Australia. So I thought I'd go with a bit of a getaway, a bit of a holiday look. These washies are from Planners Anonymous. I love Planners Anonymous washi. So yeah, I just use those to mark school holidays and a bit of decor down the bottom and up the top. Sorry, that's a little bit dark. It's a bit cloudy here again today. And I've just been going through my classes, periods 1 to 4, meetings. So basically it looks the same as it did last time. With a couple of bits. So I'm not filling in days where I'm not teaching. So for example, I took, with a whole lot of other teachers, we took 4 classes into Melbourne for the Melbourne Writers Festival. So, sorry, I didn't teach that day, so I didn't write in what classes I had. On the Tuesday, my partner had knee surgery, so obviously I wasn't in for 2 days. In my everyday planner for school, I've written in what my extras were, but I haven't written in what classes did what because I didn't teach them. This was the end of term 3, so early release for teachers because we finished at 1:45, I want to say. Could have been 2 o'clock. And we have parent-teacher interviews on the Thursday and the Friday. So that was that. And then just some washi at the top to mark school holidays. And then into October, I haven't been filling these out because I'm using this more as a reflection planner rather than a planner, if that makes sense. So today is the 20th, so I've got a couple of things in just so I don't forget to put them in. So more washi from Planners Anonymous and then stickers from the Happy Planner stickers book. So I think they are from these two, which are really good. So yep, I've been using those for sort of these bits and that bit. Finally remembered to put my paydays in. So yeah, there's 2 camps running this week, which is fun. I'm on one of them and my year 7s are on the other. And then my year 10s have a sack that week, so it's very busy. Still on school holidays, so nothing in. And then back into term 4. So yeah. This is pretty much it. It's not very much of a video. It's a little bit of an update just to let you know how it's going. I had a couple of questions as to how I do my normal planning. So I thought I'd show you quickly how I plan, or I've been planning one of my units. So if I just grab, sorry for a second. If I just grab my everyday teacher planner, which I'm not showing the top because, you know, it's got bits and pieces on it, like school details and stuff. Ooh, whoops. Okay. So here is my everyday teacher planner. And what I'm going to do is show you next week. So I've started setting up next week. What's today? So this is what I do the week ahead. Put in my classes. Things I know for sure that we need to do. For example, I know we've got meetings and literacy and bits and pieces. So last day for year 12. I put everything in sticky notes before I put it in because sometimes things change and sometimes I stuff it up like I did here. So I'm just going to rub that out. I don't teach period 4 on a Tuesday, so I don't really need to mark it. So I'll just take that away. And I did a really bad job marking what time our periods are. So anyway, these things happen. This is my scribble everywhere. Have I got anything there I can't show you? Yeah, this is my scribble everywhere planner, so it doesn't really matter that it's not perfect. So after I've gone through and put in sort of a bit of an outline of what needs to be done and some to-do list stuff, I then go through and look at the unit planner that I've got. Now my unit planners are at work. I would have printed one out to show you, but we haven't got any internet at the moment because there was a really big storm the other day and it fried our modem. So I can't show you my unit plan, but at the moment my year 7s are doing persuasive writing. So we did some essay writing earlier in the year, and I don't want to write another mentor text with them because we are running out of time and they're on camp and it's just, And we've done one together and they've kind of mastered it. So what I'm trying to do is show them plenty of samples so they can use them as reference. Because what I found when I was writing an essay with them is that if they were away, they missed a key part of the instruction and then they didn't have the sample piece. So what I'm going to do is each week I'm going to show them an essay. Now I got this from Teachers Pay Teachers, but I can't for the life remember who wrote it. So I'm going to link the creator down below and a link to her shop so you can have a look too if you'd like. So what I'm going to do each week, I have 3 or 4 lessons with my year 7s, and we do 15 minutes of silent reading at the start of every lesson before we go on to stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that down to 10 minutes. Then I'm going to give them this essay at the start of the week, or whichever one I choose. So there's another one about animal testing and another one about school uniforms. That's 3. I've got a couple more on my desk. One's about bullying, which we've been working through at the moment. And I have some more. Just hold on 1 minute, I'll grab them. Right, sorry, this is my year 7 persuasive writing resources book. Splendid Country is another one I've got. Graffiti, Art or Crime. So I have a whole lot of these. Fabulous Fitness that I've printed from Teachers Pay Teachers. And yeah, I will remember to put her website in because it's amazing. So yeah, I'll give them this at the start of the week and they'll read through it and then they'll answer questions. So that's lesson 1 for about 15 minutes. Well, they'll read through this, they'll answer the questions. If I'm not there, I have the answers for the teacher who takes my class. And then in our second lesson for the week, we'll go through and identify persuasive devices. So we talked about persuasive devices over the last week. Now it's their turn to see how many they can identify. And then in lesson 3 of each week that we're doing this, we will go through and work out how we could rewrite a paragraph to include a different form of evidence or a different focus or a different tone. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. So for example, I've started planning Monday. So collect homework, read the essay, so read and respond to this essay and start essay structure again. On Tuesday, I'll write it in now before I forget, we'll do persuasive devices. And the thing about this that I'm finding, well, I hope we'll find really useful, is that they'll have this essay in front of them for a week and then they'll also have it in their folders to reference when we write our essays. So all of this is leading up to an essay on a persuasive, they have to argue a side of an issue. And I've decided that we are all going to write an essay on whether or not there is too much technology in the classroom. And so I'm going to read them Asimov's The Way Things Were, I think it's called. It's a short story about a little girl who finds and her neighbour who finds a diary in a rubbish tip. And it's about a child who had a real teacher, and the little girl reflects on the fact that she has a computer that teaches her, and sometimes the computer gets it wrong and it's too hard and there's no one to really structure the lessons for her. So I'm going to get them to read that, and then we'll research technology in the classroom, and then they can pick a side and argue their perspective. And we'll work on it together, in that they have to pick their own evidence, but I will give them a list of evidence to pick from. A packet of evidence to pick from. So yeah, I think that's it. For those of you who are wondering how I planned my lessons, it's not as haphazard as it looks, but at my school we're not required to submit lesson plans. So I do unit plans to allow for some changing of what's going on. So I'll give you an example just before I finish. On Thursday just gone, I was talking to the Year 7 coordinator, and there had been some trouble in which one student had an issue with another student, which they were working through, but everyone else in the class decided to get involved and made it much bigger than it needed to be, which really isn't unlike Year 7. So I started the lesson by creating a "Is it my business" poster, which I'm going to link here so you can see. It's just a flowchart where students can go decide whether or not they need to become involved in an issue, and when it's their job to stand back. I think it went well, but it's an example of this wasn't my original lesson plan. So I would have had to scrap the lesson, and then my whole unit would have been mucked out. Whereas with just a general unit plan, I don't find that to be a huge issue. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, maybe give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, or more stuff about how I plan, or classes that I'm teaching, or units that I use, subscribe for more content and let me know. You can find me over on Instagram at Amy's Planner, and I hope you all have a lovely day wherever you are.